Hey, BassGeek here, and today I'm going to give you the top 5 don'ts when starting a YouTube fishing channel. Now, I know this isn't about fishing, truly about fishing, but as a member of the YouTube fishing community, guys, I feel like it's kind of my duty to put this stuff out there because there's so many young guys and so many people that want to start a YouTube channel. And a lot of times when you do the things we're going to talk about today, not only does it hurt your YouTube channel, but it hurts you, and people tend to kind of ostracize you from the YouTube fishing community because you become a spammer or an annoyance or whatever it may be. Now, again, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't do this for a living. I'd love to one day, but that's really up to you guys. As I always say, and probably the number one always to do thing is to remember that you aren't anyone. I'm not anyone. You guys are the people that come and hang out with me for some strange reason. I'm going to say that might have more to say about you guys than it does me. You know, I mean, I'm kind of a strange dude. So if you're hanging out with me, there might be some underlying issues. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, you're great people. Anyway, so my whole point is you guys are the reason the channel's going to grow, and whether I get to do this, live this dream, and I contribute that, and I put that 110% at you guys, your all's feet. I appreciate the heck out of you. Love and respect to all the BassGeek Nation out there. I cannot say thank you enough. Anyway, speaking of which, if you don't already have one, make sure you go hit right down below here. I've got all kinds of shirts and hoodies. You can type in BassGeek shop, find all kinds of things. It does help support the channel. It does take a long time and a lot of work and effort to make these videos. Most of you, if you've never done it, you really don't understand. And that really brings us to the number 5, and we'll do this 5 to 1. The number 5 don't do as a fishing YouTuber. So number 5 is don't overdo it. I know more seems like better, but unless you're a professional videographer or photographer and you already have, and you've spent, I mean, you'd have to spend, I couldn't imagine, years figuring out what your videos are going to be like. What is your voice going to sound like? Heck, I don't even know about mine yet. I'm still just pumping things out there, throwing things against the wall, seeing what I like, what sticks, what don't. So, you know, the very first thing I can tell you, and we'll get into some hard numbers in another video down the road, but don't overdo it. One video a week, one video every other week, one video a month. But one thing I will say, make sure it's a consistent time and date. Whether it's one a month, make sure it's on every second Wednesday or something. I don't know, but consistency. Consistency is a big, big deal. Numbers, a little less so. Like I said, we'll get into that later. But guys, I'll give you a prime example. Sometimes if I have what I feel like I've had a really good day on the water, so I decide to put some elaborate B-roll, some good dialogue explaining the day, some fish catches, a couple of camera angles. Guys, the B-roll itself for, let's say, 10 to 25 seconds can sometimes take up to 2 to 4 hours to edit for 25 seconds. Most of the stuff that I'm looking at in there that I don't like or doesn't really go together, you guys probably don't even notice. The video itself, by the time you upload it, you put your tags, your title, your description in there, the way it all needs to be, upload times, you get your thumbnail together. Guys, you're talking anywhere for a video like this from 4 to 12 to 16 hours. Now, a lot of that's going to be point, click, wait, let it process, let it load, let it render. you know, you're going to have time to get up and do other things. But it can take a ton of work to even make a video where, like today, I'm just standing in front of the camera yabbering on. That being said, one a week is where I'd suggest you start. That's my suggestion. So don't overdo it. The other reason why you just want to start slow is because you're probably not going to put out great content. And so if a lot of people come to your channel and they see your content, even though it's tagged great, it's titled great, and it's a great thumbnail, but it sucks. The audio's bad, the video's cheap, whatever. They're probably not going to stick around for very long. So take the time over the first year or so, 6 months, whatever, however long it takes you to figure out who and what you are and your YouTube channel is. Okay, that's going to bring us to number 4. So number 4 is this. Don't chase trends. Be you. Do you. If you're looking for a viral video, if you're out there chasing that viral video, hoping overnight you're going to explode and be giant, you're going to lose fans because you're probably running all over. Now, let's say you hit on some trend. You know, you've got a, you know, one-eyed donkey in a Walmart picking baits for you. And you're going to try and catch them, you know, and the donkey's only got 3 legs. So you got a one-eyed 3-legged donkey in Walmart picking baits for you. Okay? The problem with that is if you don't basically turn your channel into that, and, you know, got no problem with that if that's who you want to be. That's what I mean by finding your voice. Be who you are. You grow your channel into that. Those new people, those new subscribers are going to look to you to make that content repeatedly, make that sort of stuff repeatedly. The biggest thing about that is if you can't keep producing that, you're going to alienate the subscribers that came to you for the original things you were doing on your channel. And if you can't keep producing that, or you produce a lot of that, those subscribers are probably going to leave, and the other subscribers are then going to expect that sort of content out of you constantly. So don't chase trends. Be you. You know, you're going to talk about trending baits and that sort of stuff. Be you. If you are the guy and you can make the 3-legged, one-eyed donkey picture baits in Walmart work for you, good. That's your deal. That you found your voice. Make it work. All right, number 3. Don't worry about other channels or other videos. Again, this goes back to you trying to figure out who you are, and the likelihood from video number 1 that you know exactly what your channel is going to be about, that you know exactly who your voice or what your voice is going to be on YouTube is pretty unlikely. You're not going to know. So when you first start, don't worry if BassGeek's already got 3 videos talking about this particular subject. Talk about the things you know, because you may, and your voice may present it in a completely different way than everyone else. I mean, when my Jigs 101 video come out, which has like 600,000+ views, how many other jig videos? I mean, it ain't like jigs were a hot new bait, okay? How many other jig videos do you think were out there? A lot. But you can't really pay attention to that. You can't pay attention to what all these other channels are doing. And I know everybody wants to tell you, be original. But the truth is, when you're first starting out, again, you probably don't know what your channel is or will become. You probably don't know what your channel is going to be, what your voice is. You probably don't have every little detail nailed down. So early on, you're kind of looking for that voice. And that means you got to be you. You just got to be you, okay? Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. There's a lot of people hate me. I don't care, man. I'm old. I ain't changing for you now. I mean, it's just what it is. Like it, love it, live it, or leave it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the attitude you got to have. I want to listen to you guys. I want to always do what my subscribers want me to do. But you always have to remember, too, the customer's not always right. Sometimes it's just about being you. Stay true to being you, and don't worry about the opinions of other people. Now, that brings us to number 2. Guys, these top 2 drive me, and I know from talking to 100 other YouTubers, drive them nuts. And it seems like you young guys are the worst at this. So listen to me. Youths of America, listen to me. Don't post links to your channel in other YouTube videos. Because I'm going to tell you what ends up happening. 90% of the guys that I talk to report you as spam. So you want to get your channel taken down before you even get started? Put your links in their videos. This ain't me, but I'm just telling you. 90% of the YouTubers I talk to report you as spam. So don't do it. Remember, YouTube is a community. If you like a channel, watch them. Comment. Commenting on other channels, it does make a difference. It does allow people to find you. It's like posting a little sign. Hey, I'm here. It helps. But when you do this, when you post the link and say, hey, check out my channel, blah, 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 people sit there and go, oh, God. And then other YouTube channels go, boop, spam, boop, delete. Sometimes, boop, you blocked. Especially if you do it over and over. Because, guys, look, as a YouTuber, I want you guys to stay on my channel. I want you to watch more of my videos. That's sort of the business side. You know, it's the same way YouTube wants you to stay on YouTube. They don't like external links or people going to, you know, web pages or this, that, or the other. They want you to stay on YouTube because they make more money if you do. So just remember that. Don't post links on other YouTubers' pages. You may get away with it for a while, but more than likely you're going to get reported. Don't ask sub for sub. Follow for follow, like for like. It don't work. Even though the subscribers keep this channel going, the subscriber count is the least important number in all your analytics. It only counts for one thing, and that's if you get to 1,000. When you do a sub for sub, especially guys, come on, man, you got 23 subscribers and you go ask some guy that's got 100,000, hey man, I like your channel. I just hit the sub button. Would you mind to go check mine out? Now, I'm not going to be mean to you, and I don't have 100,000 subscribers. But let me tell you the unequivocal answer of that. No, not going to. Ain't got time. That ain't me being mean. It ain't the other YouTube guys being mean. I answer every comment, guys. I spend the time. I answer every single comment on every single video. If you go comment on the first ever video I made 4.5 years ago, I will reply to it. Now, I'm not saying I don't miss some, and I do apologize if I do. I'm not perfect. But that means I've only got so much time to watch so many YouTube videos because I'm putting mine out 2 days a week. So that means if you come and ask me sub for sub and you got like 100, 200, 500, you know, I might keep an eye on you. I'll put that name in there. But for the most part, you're wrote off. I've only got time to watch the guys that I really like, you know, and that's the big thing. Watch the guys that you like. Watch the guys that motivate you to do this. Don't just go around, you know, randomly hitting channels. Hey man, like your channel. I subbed. I hope you'll do the same or return the favor. No, they won't. Maybe if they've got 400, maybe if you've got 100 and they got 23, yeah, they might. But are they going to watch it? Because that's the important number. Views, watch time, that's where it matters. And if you've got a bunch of subs, and we ain't even going to talk about the stupid things where you can go buy subscribers. If you want to waste your money, just send it to me. I got a P.O. box down at the bottom down there, you know, in the description. So if you want to waste your money, just send me that money. If you know, you send me $50, I will at least subscribe to you. No, I won't. I'm lying. That's all a joke, okay? My point is, you know, you're not helping your channel, the people you do sub for subs for, unless they do go check your channel and they watch it. You're probably not going to get views and real, you know, support from those people that are you're trying to get to do sub for sub. And if you're not getting real support from them, it's really not helping. So don't do sub for sub. It's just stupid and it's annoying. So don't do it. It don't help. You might see that sub number go up, but I promise you that view number, they're getting farther and farther apart. All right, guys, that's really it. I know this has been a little bit long-winded, but like I said, I really just want to help the YouTube fishing community. I'm part of it. I've been very lucky to have grown to the size that this channel is. I've been blessed. It's incredible. Like I always say, I never dreamed this would be in the realm of anything that I do. Man, I got to get on the water. I've had honeydews. We're getting the house. We're finally getting there. We're getting there. So some things might be erratic as we go, but you know, hang in there with me this year. I hope things are going to get a lot better. But as always, guys, if you got any questions about these things or other YouTube questions, again, this is going to be a running series. We've got a lot more to come. Make sure you put them in the comment section below. Even if it's just about fishing on a non-fishing topic kind of subject video, I love to talk about fishing with you guys, so make sure you leave those fishing questions down there in the video description or in the video comment section below. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get the notifications when these videos come out, and I promise we're getting ready to go do some offshore stuff, and hopefully some topwater, and hopefully some grass fishing, some punching, some frogging, something new for me, so hang in there. Hopefully we're going to get to do a lot of things this summer. I've got a lot of hopes and dreams, but we know how best laid plans can sometimes go. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, let's get to 40,000. BassGeek Nation strong, baby. Yeah. And as always, you guys rock.